Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the weekly Steelchair. Happy, chill, the standing man. How is everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Your favorite channel and mine? Well, it's my favorite channel because it's mine, obviously. But good to see everybody. How are we all? How are you up, Reece? Hello. Good to see you. We're going to pump this shut. We're going to have some fun tonight, folks. And we're going to do it standing. It's a standing stream. I know it's that, Catherine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Although, annoyingly, it's just me in here, so I don't know why it's freezing. It's actually really annoying. I know. Don't worry about it. Let me have a look. Hold on. Let's see if that helps. Annoyingly, I'm the only person here. Tell you what, give me 2 seconds. Got an idea. Rah! How's that? Is that better? Is that okay? Using my eyes and ears. Perfect. As long as it's better, I'm happy. If it's not better, then we'll rage. That's the plan. Download speed. That's good. That is good. See, that's what I'm after. What's up, everybody? 209 megabytes download speed. My upload speed looks like that's going to be over here. At least 90 odd. 93.87. That'll do. Right, we are good. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a pleasure to see you all once again. We're in already. We've got Zodiac. We've got Fletch in now as well. Fighting for the fan spots because it seems to be the thing now. We're all fighting for position. Fantasy booking ruin wrestling. Well, I'm going to paraphrase someone. And I'm not proud of this one. So here we go. I'm going to need a bit of a prop first. And I apologise in advance because I can't believe I'm about to use this individual as a reference point. I should be ashamed of myself what I'm about to do. So, Catherine drops a blog about fantasy booking ruining wrestling. Well, I'm like a £1 coin, so you go ahead and toss me. I'm only kidding, Catherine. You know that. But I had to use that one time only, because finally we are here to absolutely rip the piss out of this Monday Night Raw. Only person I want to toss is Jesus Christ, Catherine already. No. I'm actually going to bring someone in for a prop to settle this. The wrestling queen of the channel. She's telling you to behave. You damn right horny woman. Calm the horniness, Catherine. Calm the horniness. It's not horny hours yet. Nah, do whatever the fuck you want. This is 2025, not fucking 2020. Hello. 1, 2, up. Catherine, you can do whatever you want. You know that. You know what's funny, Catherine? I actually do not know what type of cat Bella is. But I'll tell you what she isn't. Gentle. She is a nightmare. But she's like a title. You keep it safe. And in her case, you keep her safe, provided she doesn't try to kill you. Or kill your cables. Hey, beautiful. Isn't that right? Fuck you trying to get, you wee shit. Oh, I'm sorry, Roy Sheen. I've been through a few pets myself, like in the worst way, so I sympathise with you. I'm sorry. She's a nightmare. But I still can't believe I quoted 2005. Sorry, yeah, it was 2005. I quoted a 2005 John Cena promo just to wind up Catherine. I should be ashamed of myself. Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it. But they're not called the Seth Riders. No, they finally gave themselves a name and... Oh dear God. Of all things you can call yourself, you call yourselves the frickin' Empire. A full-blooded Shih Tzu. That must have left a stain on the carpet. Kidding. Oh, see you later, Roy Sheen. It's a pleasure seeing you. Yeah, but they didn't quote Empire though. They're quoting Star Wars. That Empire. Yeah, I've seen it. No, it should be called the Shitstain Empire. Should be called the Empire of Donkeys and the Fat Wankers. Oh, please, no, 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 Catherine, no. We do not want to do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I did it as a watch along. Oh, I love the theme as well, but I'm not giving it to Seth Rollins. Was he deserved in life to do it? Ladies and gentlemen, we watched Raw last night. We did it as a watch along. We were snoozing along the way. We may have wanted to just turn the shit off in general. But we are here. We've got a job to do. What did you all think of Monday Night Raw? And you can be as honest, as brutal, wild, as much as you like. Say whatever the hell you want. You know the score. It was awful. I'm inclined to think you're most likely right, Catherine. In fact, I'm not inclined to. I agree with you. It was flat out dreadful. I'm of a concern. A pathway, if you will. Raw's snore. Sleep. Sleep. That Rock promo was the best. Sleep. Just a dream. Dream. Rock on Kurt Angle in 2002. Rock bottom. People's elbow. 1, 2, 3. Angle slam. Ankle lock is locked in on the Rock. You're wrenching at that ankle. Wake up. Just a dream. Just a dream. Good promo. But what isn't a dream is Triple H's booking. What isn't a dream is the treatment of women in the company itself. You fucking psycho. Right, you're out. Nope, you're out here. Goodbye. Rudy Poo Candy ass. SmackDown Hotel. Fun times, good times. But here's the question, ladies and gentlemen. And I want you guys to answer this question because I have tried to figure out an answer, but I can't do it. And no, the question isn't what's better, life or death. The question is not, can we get rid of Mondays for existence? Because sadly we can't. The question is, how do we fix WWE? Like, seriously, how do we fix it? Because we've tried the accountability, we've tried the calling out accountability stuff. We've tried holding them accountable. They don't want to listen. They don't care about me. They don't care about Zodiac. They don't care about Catherine. They don't care about Maria. They don't care about Fernando. They don't care about Fletch. They don't care about Roy Sheen. But all they care about are the weirdos that appear at their live shows who love to touch the talent. Again, there was talent touching the women last night. Women touching the men. Crystal clear, you're at a wrestling show. You're not there to touch the talent. Like, this is becoming a major problem now. They're constantly touching. Crumble from the inside and die. You know what they say about explosive endings. It's a firecracker. The weirdos and the 7-year-olds like to sing Courtney Road's song. The 40-year-old virgins that do the yeet dance. All of them. They're a major concern. But why are they a major concern? Because they're holding it back. I've got a fun analogy. It might backfire, but I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a shot. So here's the analogy. Catherine, you are so damn perverse. We can't save the world from you. It's so wild. Someone needs to drop a sharpshooter on Catherine. Or stump a mud hole in her and walk her dry. Actually, never mind. She might ask Tony Khan for that too. She might ask Tony Khan for a fire at this rate. She might be like, yo, give me some cash. We can burn some fire up your ass. Oh, to quote Brock Lesnar, fuck them kids. Like, those kids don't matter right now because they're actually part of the problem. It's not a shame. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't cater to... If your television product is for all ages, but you're just aiming for the kids... If you're just aiming for the kids, you're excluding the teenage... Like, the high teenage to adult range. 18 to 25 is a most important bracket. I don't know how WWE are so self-aware of this when they know better than most. Like, WWE done it for years. WWE went away from certain brackets to the 18 to 25. Why do you think WCW kicked everyone's ass at the time? WCW went, you know what? You can have your 8 to 15-year-olds, the occasional 16 for your ratings, and the 50-year-olds who just can't be bothered, they'll just watch anything. No. We're going to go for the 18 to 25 and the 31 to 40 bracket, and we're going to smack them into one. That's why the 90s was able to turn round a dying breed. Here's a true story, and it's not really anyone's fault. It's not Bret Hart's fault. It's not Ric Flair's fault. It's Hulk Hogan's fault. Professional wrestling from 1991. Well, for you guys, what you call it the fall, we call it autumn. So autumn 1991 up until January 1996. January, February 1996. Professional wrestling is at its worst. WWE is in free fall because of the Vince McMahon trial against the government over the steroid scandal. WCW has got the worst booker of the 90s, apart from Vince Russo and Bill Watts, who decides Flying Brian, Ricky Steamboat, you're my top guys who can go the top rope and you can do a springboard, but you can't go over the top rope anymore. That's it, no more. You stay inside the ring. No more exiting the ring, or it's an automatic disqualification. Ratings were coming down heavy Talent that were known to make a draw were struggling big time. Here's some top ones. Randy Savage was struggling. That's why he retired, and then he came back because he was lucky. Sid Vicious. Nobody's going to believe it. Sid Vicious was a draw in the early 90s. He was a bigger draw in the late 90s because he got to do a lot more, but he was still a relative draw because of his size. 1991, The Undertaker. He's struggling. Ultimate Warrior. He's struggling. Ted DiBiase. Bang, bang, bang. Struggling as well. Bret Hart is managing. Shawn Michaels is about to become the Heartbreak Kid. He's struggling, but he's like Bret. He's okay. Ric Flair is the only major draw apart from Hulk Hogan? And Hogan's a bastard. Ric Flair is a wanker. But they're arguably the two biggest draws in professional wrestling in the early 90s. On a consistent level, as your world champions. Sergeant Slaughter, weirdly enough, is drawing money. British Bulldog is drawing money. In WCW. No, he's not Catherine. Jimmy Hart is drawing money with his alliances. Bobby Heenan is a draw. Paul E. Dangerously in the Dangerous Alliance with Stunning Steve Austin, Rick Rude. They're a draw. But professional wrestling was coming down because people had had enough. They had enough. Why do you think no one will ever see Legion of Doom? Yet another one. Demolition were good ones. Japan was the only place where a consistent draw was happening. You went to Japan, you were fine. So here's another thing that's really important. It stands the test of time. What is the highest generated rating in professional wrestling history? Don't worry, we're not here to enjoy the ratings discussion. It's just a serious question. What is the highest recorded rating of all time? This is education with the genius. Again, another great manager. What is the highest recorded rating in professional wrestling history? That's TV rating. That's Stone Cold. But what's the highest ever recorded rating? The This Is Your Life segment is definitely up there. That's another one. That's the highest recorded segment of all time. Correct. Stone Cold versus The Undertaker is the highest recorded match segment. But what is the highest overall rating for a show? What's happening, Universal? How are you? You're flying in. You can see you've gone past global. Fernando, good to see you. So I'll ask the question again for Universal. I'll ask the question again for Fernando. What is the highest recorded... In fact, it is true. What is the highest recorded wrestling show of all time? That's the highest attended episode. What is the highest recorded show? I've just gave you a clue based on some names I mentioned from the early 90s. So there's your clue. In the world, yes. You guys know it. The guy I hate the most in professional wrestling achieved this. Not that one, Fernando. I don't hate Mick Foley and I don't hate The Rock. Come on, guys. You really know this one. It's not WrestleMania 3, but someone's got the correct decade. Well done, Zodiac. That is the correct decade. What happened after WrestleMania 3? Hogan versus Goldberg is not the correct answer. What happened after WrestleMania 3? Thank you, Universal. Thank you. What happened in 1988? What happened in 1998? It is so damn important because it shuts these morons down. Hogan versus Andre. Thank you. Saturday Night's main event. Saturday Night's main event, 1988. The famous Hebner controversial switch. Andre steals the title from that bastard Hulk Hogan. He then sells it to Ted DiBiase. They achieve a grand spanking 33 million views. The highest recorded event in professional wrestling history. One of the highest recorded TV events in history. NBC. Nobody cares. 33 million people watched Hogan get screwed. And it is the best thing you'll ever see. Because fuck the Hulk Hogan. My hands are sore, that's why I'm wearing gloves. And also, she's in weirdo claw mode. So why am I bringing this up? That's right. So why am I bringing this up? Plain and simple. What is the one thing right now people love to use as a talking point when they've got nothing constructive to say about wrestling companies? What is the go-to thing? I mean, I am fucking brilliant in Scottish, what can I say? But Hogan did lose to Andre, even though his shoulder was up. Thank you, Zodiac. Ratings. Boom, boom, boom. And where are Raw's ratings right now? Especially with AEW, that is true. But where are Raw's ratings right now? And you can use whatever language you want. Absolutely, Stephen. 100%, sir. Good to see you. They better take the title off her then. If she's injured, take the title off her. All wrestling is at all-time low ratings. Correct. Universal. I want you to say that comment one more time, and I want you to say the entire message in all caps for me. Oh, WWE had competition, trust me. Universal is on fire. Too bad this universe is not. The funny thing is, WWE did have competition. They just refused to accept it. All wrestling is at all-time low ratings. Click, click, boom. It's a famous song. But it's also a very appropriate song. Click, click, boom. So see, when we come to these shows, Lark Bark, hello, how are you? It's a pleasure to see you. If I wanted to talk about ratings, if I wanted to really get into it, the band is called Saliva, that is correct. Fernando says last night's Raw was the best Raw out of the Netflix era, in his opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, put a check mark in the chat, put a cross if you agree with Fernando. This is obviously your opinion. Do you agree? Don't worry, you will not be mocked. You will not be ridiculed if you agree with Fernando or not. Bear in mind I'm walking about because of my back in case anyone goes, why are you not standing still? Universal says no, says the first show was the best one. After that, no. So the first show was 6 months ago. So Universal, you're telling me, truthfully, Universal, you're telling me for the last 6 months, Red has been shit. Maria, hello. Maria agrees. Okay. Like I say, everyone's welcome to their opinion on the channel. This is not a democracy. Just kidding. This is not a dictatorship. Well, it is, but you guys will accept it eventually. So here's the funny thing. And this is what I keep telling people about, and it's important. If you want to talk professional wrestling based upon just ratings, then poontang your ass back to Chicago. Abul, he hasn't long got back from Turkey, so he's probably just resting. But he probably will be here tonight. But don't worry, we do have Abul's Doppler. But the question is, do you want to continue? Or do you just want to stand back? Because simply put, Abul, we know that you look like Kane. But Abul, we know that you like pie. There's a hurricane coming. Well, that's a scoop. Fuck you, Glenn. You look different without your glasses. I'm not taking them off. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are here to watch the weekly Steelchair Talk Professional Wrestling because you want to talk about ratings, please leave. To be fair, I had chicken and vegetable pie yesterday for my dinner with super noodles, but that's not the kind of pie that matters. If you are here to talk about professional wrestling, but you want to do it from a ratings perspective, please leave. Scroll down, click a statement, and tap that bitch and leave. Because this is not a ratings channel. We acknowledge ratings exist. We know ratings exist. We are not here to talk about ratings. What are we here to talk about, ladies and gentlemen? Stephen, don't you worry, we're going to talk about that too. Yeah, Catherine, all jokes aside, be careful. Hurricanes or whatever, but if we need to, we can call in Shane Helms. I'm sure he'll gladly stand back. There's a hurricane coming through. But no, in all serious, please be safe. I'm sure Tony Khan may put you up for a few days. When was the last time WWE cared about tag team wrestling? Jesus, Catherine. Be careful. I'm going to go on a limb. The last time WWE cared about tag team wrestling was 2006 to 2009. And I mean really cared. because the best competition in the world was kicking their ass. Catherine, I love your trolling, but even you know that is absolute horseshit. Kings, hello, sir. Well, I'm about to ruin your day, my friend. I'm about to ruin your day right now. Karrion Kross is going to get pushed as much as that lightsaber right now. And you know what's even worse? I already told you Karrion Kross is going to get released, but you know what's even worse? I think his wife will get retained. I got a sneaky suspicion they'll release Karrion Kross and give a new contract to Scarlett. It would be really freaky if that lightsaber. You're not wrong. Just checking. We're good. Sami Zayn is injured. Politicians are Russ, but we know what's going to happen. But here's the big question. How's he going to become a main eventer when nobody wants to put him in that position? Would you rather start Pokemon Yellow with Oddish or Bellsprout? That's easy. Bellsprout. And I've done that before. Karrion Kross can't become a main eventer if they're not going to even push him. And sadly, they're not going to push him. But we're going to come to Karrion Kross later in the show. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Don't count your chickens just yet. But what I want you to count is how many ridiculous points did Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, the Chubby Wubby, and Bronson Reed all make in their promo yesterday? The funny thing is, the fans only get one pick. Either you push Karrion Kross, or you push Sami Zayn. You can't get both. And I guarantee you I'm right. And I know which one it's going to be. It's going to be Sami Zayn. The minute his injury, annoyingly, comes at the perfect time. Because now he can recover and he can get eased into that perfect spot where he is the Iron Man winner of the Royal Rumble. Oh, did I say that out loud? Because, ooh yeah, fuck Sami Zayn. Because, brother, I just want to lit it up and sit him down because I can't be bothered with that young whippersnapper. That young Canadian that bores the hell out of me. Sami is becoming injury prone, but here's the funny things. See, for all the talent that got released, Sami Zayn's more injury prone than all of them, but yeah, he was retained. He needs to get some fucking beef on him, C-Money. He looks like a twig could snap him in half. I'll go one further. I bet this can of Red Bull is stronger than Sami Zayn. But yeah, go back to that promo. Seth Rollins, the Empire, whatever they want to call themselves. How many ridiculous points did they make last night? Because I'm not even kidding. What are they meant to be? Like, who are they meant to be based on? I love the fact that you're all calling them the Seth Riders, even though that's not what they're called, but I think it's funny. You guys are brilliant. Never change. Please never change, you guys. But in all seriousness, they are called the Empire, which I don't understand that for starters. And finally, another thing as well. The only difference is at least when Moxley says it, at least it's believable. When Seth says it, it just sounds damn weird. Seth Tull. I've got an original name for it. It's called The Fucking Joke. Yeah, they're really being called the Empire. Which is beyond normal. Nah, the way he's going to come out like the Emperor, but he's going to be too bloody exquisite and work around and fail. The Roman Empire was a thing, yep. That was a one-man empire thing, but that was a thing. Seth Black Sabbath, since he made the briefcase black and gold. Paul Heyman is Jabba the Hutt. Yes. He's more like Penguin. Chris Tucker in Sixth Element, Jesus. Will Evolution be a massive flop? I'm not going to answer that question because I've got somebody who's even more depressed about it than I am. So, Maria, I'm going to let you answer that question. Maria! Will Evolution 2 be a massive flop? Catherine's jumping in as well. Another female perspective, so warranted. Evolution was set up to fail. Another good point. Evolution is a mystery. Well, you'd think Triple H would understand concepts by now, but even he's so fucking stupid. Floppy disk. They scheduled it so badly that the women's locker room is now becoming unsettled. The women's locker room is now hating the situation. The women's locker room hate it that it's against a concert and it's against All In. Because they know they're going to get their heads kicked in. Not physically, just money-wise. Women's wrestling sells in a different way, but it doesn't sell you big money. If you had an all men's pay-per-view, fuck knows what the amount of money you generate. And that's not an insult to women. I'm just serious. I know it's so overdone. You could have waited a week. Evolution could have been after Slammiversary, like the Sunday after. It's not a bad idea. If Slammiversary on that point in time, but yeah. Sex sells, Zodiac. Evolution 2 has only sold over 4,000 tickets. But they love to shut down AEW when AEW has sold over 20,000. I'm pretty sure they've sold over 30,000, am I right? Yeah, it was supposed to be last weekend. But that also ties into this. It ties into something very important. They did. To be fair, I would as well. Purely because it's too hot. And I know for a fact I would burn to hell, I would die. But why am I using... Yeah, pretty much, Maria. So why am I using Evolution 2 as a counterpoint to this promo? Because Paul Heyman said something that last night I went absolutely berserk over. What did I get so berserked about last night, folks, on the watch along? On the watch along, what did Paul Heyman say that well and truly pissed me off? And it pissed me off. You can go back and watch it. He said something very, very specific. And I called bullshit on it. And I will again and again and again and again. The thing is, he wishes C money. I wouldn't even buy him a salad. But I love women's wrestling. I'm an advocate for women's wrestling. But I know women's wrestling is not going to be a dime a dozen draw. No, Glenn, baby. If he said that, I would knock him out. No, there was something that he honestly said that's important. And factually incorrect. What did Paul Heyman say last night that really was wrong? Made out to be stupid or thick or being tested. I'm just asking you a simple question. What did Paul Heyman say that I had an objection about? Evolution won't surpass Saturday Night's main event. If you're being honest, Evolution and Saturday Night's main event are not going to be good, but if you want to say which one will likely be better, Saturday Night's main event will likely be better than Evolution 2. Glenn, now you're really hurt. Now you're just starting to hurt me. Come on, guys. I'm being serious. Come on. Mm, there has been events where it was just men, but I can't remember when. No, Glenn, he didn't say that, because that's also not true. Pepsi Max is still better. So what Paul Heyman said, I literally said the words when we were talking about the issue with the 90s. Paul Heyman called Seth Rollins the biggest draw in the industry. The biggest star in the industry. The man that runs the industry right now. When you think of pro wrestling, he says that Seth Rollins is the #1 guy in the business. How fundamentally wrong can you be in 25 seconds? Like, this is the sort of shit that makes people want to go, nah. I mean, if you want to get serious, here's a more serious point. Seth Rollins had more changes on the color of his Titantrons than that entire faction made coherent points last night. What's up, Juggalo? That's one for you. There were more color changes on the Titantron for Seth Rollins than there was coherent points made. Because they made none. But they mentioned everyone's favorite weirdo, Roman Reigns, because it looks like they're going to bring him back very shortly because he's not going to last long. He's going to have a very short-lived return. SummerSlam here, gone the next. WWE, I implore you. My favourite weirdo is Eugene. Yeah, Dunsmore got very unluckily fired many years ago. It was a shame. I feel bad for him. He had to work that stupid gimmick. Oh, don't worry, we're about to cook on her too. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you, and I want you all to put in point 1, point 2, point 3. I'm going to ask you a question. I want you to all be honest with me. I know, I checked out Juggle. I was impressed. Ladies and gentlemen, in the chat, I want you to do 1, 2, 3. I want you to tell me 3 things about this entire bloody promo and this faction you would change. Go. 1, 2, 3. Now tell me what you change about this promo, this faction. We're going to do for every single bloody match and segment. So you're going to do this multiple times tonight. Like going first, going twice, going 3 times. What are you changing about this promo and this faction? Let me hear you. This is engaging with the audience. This is what we do. We give our audience what that matters most. Your voice is important. Your contributions are warranted. The respect is given. The respect is earned. That is correct, but we don't need an interim champion. Just take the title off her. Yeah, Catherine mentioned the chat earlier. Just take the bastard off him. Red Velvet's already injured. Take the title off her. None of that interim shit. This isn't UFC. The name, the faction, the creative story. Love it, Catherine. Maria says Seth Rollins wins the title, needs to win the championship straight away. Looks like it. Bleach fan says, I'll change this faction by eliminating Paul Heyman. He's overrated. He's overrated. He never built any talent and he never did anything amazing anyway, ever. Ooh, brave. Stone Cold? I mean, come on. RVD? Raven? I mean, he was conning them out of money. He was still building them. Catherine, thank you so much for that mention. That is a great one. Braun Breaker doesn't need a faction. He just needs his fucking name back. He technically did build him on the right stage because he believed in him. He gave him the ability to just be himself. I think Raven and RVD is his biggest accomplishments, though, if I'm being honest. Patrick, very Irish name, of course. Love it. I think Roman Reigns returned with a new faction called the New Shield with 2 wrestlers who are unmasked. What 2 wrestlers? And why bring back a new faction when Roman Reigns is about to disappear again for Street Fighter? Just out of curiosity, sir. I would have had Seth win the World Championship when the Alliance was first formed, and Bronson and Braun should have won the tag titles at Money in the Bank. Okay. Interesting. I like that. Test, Hardcore Holly, yep, they're good mentions. The Empire is trying to use Heyman to elevate free talent. Seth is that upper crust main event, and Braun and Bronson to upper mid. It's got a lot of heavy lifting even for the great Heyman. Curtis Axel, let's stop right there. They failed on that one. Spot on, Catherine. If Seth isn't an upper crust main eventer yet, he never will be. Here's the funny thing, Seth Rollins has been in the main event since 2015. Why is he not in the upper crust main event? When he's been in the main event since 2015. Oh, fuck the big slow. Did Batista need to be part of Evolution? Yes. Because if he wasn't, he never would have become a main eventer. He never would have become a 6-time world champion, a 2-time Royal Rumble winner. Evolution gave him his place because, let's be honest, I like Devon better than I like Flubba Dubba Doo. But he was not working in that faction. Seth Rollins needs to change the elements of his gimmick and character. He's starting to act like CM Punk and sound like Roman Reigns. I think this affects his mic skills, segments, and promo. Braun Breaker is Batista. The funny thing is, Maria, I like the mention, the comparison. I've got a different way. I think Braun Breaker is the Randy Orton of this faction. I think Bronson Reed is like your Batista, except less imposing, less scary. I think Braun Breaker's more like the Randy Orton in terms of the natural ability that's close, but it needs to be shaped. But I like the mention. I admire that. I like it. I like it a lot. Braun Breaker, better Batista in terms of potential? Absolutely. Oh, Bronson Reed is big flubby dubby doo. You've got little flubby dubby doo, which is Paul Heyman. Big flubby dubby doo, which is Bronson Reed. Bam bam. For a man that weighs 330 pounds, you'd at least try and do some entertaining shit, or at least try and make yourself more impressive. Instead, all you go and do is, look at my greasy hair. Ladies and gentlemen, this is meant to be your main heel faction on Monday Night Raw, and it's below the Judgment Day. And the Judgment Day is crap. Oh, they're heelish, Catherine. That's a good way to put it, Bleach. And that's just the start of Monday Night Raw. It's about to get much worse. From one faction to the next. The Judgment Day's lair. You get so many members in this team now, nobody fits in. I think WWE need to learn a lesson. WWE cannot book factions anymore. They're so reliant on factions that are not even of his design. Judgment Day, the Bloodline version, whatever the hell we're on now, they were all created by who? They were all created by who? Not Roman Reigns. I mean, Heyman was involved. But remember, those two factions exist because of which booker? Spot on, Maria. Vince McMahon. And yet, have they tried to take it to a whole new level since? No. They're all plummeting at the bottom. WWE should have had the heel factions facing off against other heel factions. Interesting. The Final Testament versus the Judgment Day. Well, that's basically what the Final Testament is. They were basically the same faction, except Scarlett Bordeaux's a better attractive, more talented woman than Liv Morgan. I'm not saying WWE is missing Vince McMahon. What I'm saying is the current creative crop are so heavily reliant on Vince McMahon ideas that they cannot do anything for themselves that stands out. I want to see them just try. Try a little different. Try a little harder. Because right now, I don't get that. I don't see initiative. I don't see attempt to be better. All I see is lazy and product damaging. That's what I see. Villain versus villain, somehow always more interesting than villain versus hero. I mean, villain versus villain, you're exerting control, you're fighting for control, whereas the hero is fighting to stop you. True, but even Vince had the guts to try and be a little bit different sometimes, even if it was a risk. Catherine, that is absolutely going on screen. This is absolutely funny. Catherine's just sent me something. This is so damn fucking hilarious. Come on, phone, hurry up. Oh, don't worry, you're going to. When my phone decides to hurry up. Yeah, that is true. Vince is definitely an issue, hands down. He stayed in the job longer than he should have done, but he picked the wrong person to replace him. I firmly stand by on that. I like heel versus heel if the heels are actually intriguing. If they're not, then I'm not interested. Yes, Kings, I do. Come on. Come on. Hold on. I need to... You can only get a limit of images before you can remove them. So let me just remove a few. Hold on, 2 seconds. Exactly. There's always ways around it. At times, Maria, I did, yeah. But anyway, I said I had some little memes for you. So here's the one Catherine sent. And this is my honest reaction. And then when it gets serious, this is how we react appropriately. Here's a question. Can anyone guess which match that Taker stare down is from? Like that particular stare down, can anyone guess? If anyone gets this, I will be very impressed. It's not WrestleMania 21. It's not Taker versus Taker. Zodiac was closer in terms of year. It's not SummerSlam. He had like very short hair in 2004. This is long hair. Well done, Maria. It's Unforgiven 2007. You are correct. Unforgiven. Mm-hmm. So we have a routine backstage segment that we're all used to now. The Judgment Day are on our screens in their little clubhouse where they're... This part is strange. Why are they doing a memorial for Liv Morgan? She's not dead. Like, she's not dead. Why are we doing a memorial for Liv Morgan? Like, this was creepy last night. Like, this was so weird. You know what I mean? Like, this was odd as hell. Like, I was honestly disturbed by this. Like, not disturbed because I found it freaky. I just found it disturbed because this is just terrible television, and it's disturbing to watch in that sense. It's just terrible. Why are we doing a segment like that? And then we send out a cake. On the screen, there's a cake on the table. Exactly, Maria. It was weird. Dominic is clearly looking at the cake. And he thanks Finn Balor and JD McDonough for the cake, and they say, oh, it wasn't from us. He then sees it's from AJ Styles, and then he pulls out the doctor's note after he sees AJ behind him. First of all, you've already ruined the segment because you can clearly see Dominic is reading the cake. And second of all, Dominic Mysterio, with his paedophile mustache, is becoming so damn weirdly afraid of Styles that it's actually becoming boring. AJ Styles, if you've signed that 1-year contract, my friend, you're crazier than the flat earth theory that you believe in. You know what, for the first time in a long time, I'm going to agree with about something regarding Raquel Rodriguez. Oh yeah, she was so uncomfortable. You look at her, she was thinking, nah. Should, but I don't think he will. I think he's going to put him over at SummerSlam. Either SummerSlam or Clash in Paris, Styles will get a match with Mysterio for the title, and I think he'll put him over. I'm not a particular fan of that, but yeah. We go to the ring where we have. Well, last night I didn't say it out of disrespect, I said it out of importance. Very Bleach, very. Last night on the channel, I made an unfair joke, but I did it as a serious question. I said, how many people agree that there's likely to be an injury in this match between Kairi Sane and Roxanne Perez? What I should have asked was, how many botches is there going to be in this match? Over or under 3? And we ended up with, what, 5 or 6 botches? Kairi Sane, I said it last night, and I'm not going to change my mind. I'm a fan of Kairi Sane. But something is seriously wrong with Kairi Sane. Like, her levels, her match quality, her movement, her delivery of her offense. Kairi Sane went from one of the best to now being below good. She went from excellent to one of the best category to absolutely crap. I'm starting to get very worried about Kairi Sane. So worried, in fact, that I saw it coming that Asuka was going to show up. I was like, I just know it's going to happen. That Raw spot seemed, oh yeah, it's going to be Asuka. Of course it's going to be the Kabuki Warriors. The Roxanne, horrible wrestler. I think she's okay. The problem is, she's got that weasel Booker T trying to claim her to be the best thing since sliced bread. I like Roxanne. She definitely has flaws. I won't deny that. She has flaws. But there were so many botches in this match that someone could have got seriously hurt. Didn't happen, but we got away from it. Then, during the post-match, Raquel Palumbo the underdog that becomes world champion. A massive gooner. What's up, Abul? Big red horny machine. Do you want to continue? I think so. But hey, don't take it from me. Take it from this fat walrus. Too bad she's just dreadful, dude. Raquel Palumbo is seriously not good. Ladies and gentlemen, reminder on Friday, we're mixing things up a little bit. So on Friday, we're doing. So we've got a double watch along on Thursday night. Friday night we're gonna do a very extensive show where we're going to review our Thursday night television and we're going to preview Saturday night's main event and Evolution 2 at once, so we can put the predictions in, because obviously Fernando's got a triple title defense to do. The world champion is at risk. Bigger and better than before. Oof, Abu, that is wild, man. We've got fun days. We do have a Dynamite watch along tomorrow night as well. If anyone would like to join me on the watch along, you're more than welcome. But we're certainly going to have some fun. So, get in, Maria. Top notch. Get 18th of July off. Nice. I've got the 21st to the 28th off, I think it is. No, 29th. And then I've got some days in August. Because it's a deadly game. Why is Damian Priest booked like big dog Roman Reigns? He's one promo away from saying, "This is my yard now." Honestly, I don't know. Damian Priest is... Honestly, I don't understand him at all. Like, I'm honestly waiting for him to say that he'll make someone famous. Because the way he gets booked, he is the Cunter Taker. Who knows, Fernando? You might win. And if you do win, fair play, because then you've got Slammiversary to do a job with. The good thing is, I believe in you. But remember, I'm gunning for that predictions title as well. Oh, I know you prefer Priest over Roman, Abel. You hate Roman too. Asuka, of course, comes out, makes the save, and I stand by what I said last night. Monday Night Raw right now might be absolutely dreadful, but Asuka in black leather, if you put her in her wrestling boots and her face paint, keep her in the leather, Asuka's in a good gimmick. That look actually suits her better than her casual wrestling attire that she wears. I actually think it looks better on Asuka. Face paint, her wrestling boots, tape her wrists up the way she does. Asuka's good in black leather. She gives me that gangster Godfather type vibe. I would actually like that. Even though Raw isn't great, Asuka's always great, but that's how I think you're going to have to manage her. Oh, I agree. She is going to a lot. It's a shame. She does defend her. We do get the insane elbow from the standing Scorpion Death Drop position. Absolutely, Abu. We go backstage. Jackie Redmond, she's interviewing Sami Zayn. Obviously, last week Sami Zayn was in an interview, got attacked by Karrion Kross. This week, Sami Zayn talks about his match on Saturday. Oh yeah. It might even be longer. We're going to start when 0 hour starts, which is 6 o'clock UK time. So that's 12 o'clock over in your side of the woods. We're going to do the full prediction show during the 2 hour pre-show. And then we're going to do the full pay-per-view. And then we're going to, who knows, maybe we review All In all at once. If not, we can wait till the next day. Probably better we wait till the next day. The watch along will be tiring. But yeah, watch alongs and prediction all in one show on Saturday. So don't you worry, we'll be ready for it. We're going to have some fun. So Jackie Redmond's she's doing an interview with Sami Zayn that talks about his upcoming match, with Braun Breaker. He's in for a fight. He talks about obviously Karrion Kross, and he will get back on that. Probably Bleach, probably, and Fernando, absolutely. After discussing the match, Sami Zayn walks away. Out comes Scarlett Bordeaux, and Jackie Redmond does get a good look on Scarlett Bordeaux. If you see, she is looking, and I ain't gonna blame her. We go to Adam Pearce's office, where Ivy Nile is standing with the delusional Creed brothers. Ivy Nile is rewarded. She will be in the Battle Royal at Evolution 2, where the winner can challenge for any championship of their choice at Clash at Castle Paris, or whatever it's called. I mean, Scarlett is hard, but yeah. To be fair, Scarlett can also do what Sable can't. Scarlett can wrestle. Scarlett should be allowed to wrestle again. After the discussion where Ivy Nile is rewarded, in comes the Kabuki Warriors. They are told they are going to be part of the Fatal 4-Way for the women's tag team titles against Sol Ruka, I believe that is, and Zarya, or as I call it because I'm a normal person, Delta. Yeah, Scarlett can wrestle. Oh yeah, Scarlett can 100% wrestle. She's a really good wrestler. Bleach spot on. And the SmackDown tag team, Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, which I don't understand. But that's your Fatal 4-Way. We then had to get the most annoying video package of Nikki Bella. She confirmed she's going to be in the Battle Royal this Sunday. Spoiler, she's going to win. She calls her shot. She's in. During the commercial break, and me and Catherine really were laughing in a depressed manner at this point from the chat to watch along perspective. We get a promo from the New Day. Dressed all in black with black roses, again putting my favourite floral item to death row. Just picture this as me standing over Abu. You horny bastard. Road Dogg would take a final explosion, doggy style, the dirty bitch that he is. He'd probably say, "Oh, that's one for the Judgment Day." Oh, that is very interesting. Just a quick update on an AEW perspective. The International and Continental Championships will not be retired, with their lineages preserved and continued by the unified title. That was good. That's a good thing. And of course he shuts down the creative control. Finally, someone shuts it down. And there's more talk about more AEW games that are being developed. That's good. That is good. I ain't letting any of you fuckers hit a final explosion on me. I will send you bastards packing. Final explosion. Fucker's gonna try and explode and I'm gonna boot him in the balls and then he's gonna go, "Oh, the final prenup." Arm explosion. But again, more of this morning shit. I can't take this crap. Like, this is horrible. So damn horrible. Catherine, who are you trying to convince? Me or are you trying to convince Tony Khan? Right. Up next is Bitter Disappointment, or as I call him, Sami Zayn. Maria is straight to the point when it comes to Sami Zayn. So true. This is arguably the most annoying success. If you remember last night, actually, I'm gonna go to that entire point on the watch along. Hold on. There's something very important from last night's watch along that I want you guys to listen to. Wow, reality wrestling is that bad that Ariana Grace was on that show. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why did that crap happen? So the media scrum is scheduled for 1:15 UK time on Saturday, which will be Sunday morning. Okay, we may have a bit of time then. I didn't realize Eva Marie had a. Why is Eva Marie showing up for me as a YouTube? I don't even subscribe to her. What the hell? That is painful. But yes, So the watch along. Yeah, well, I'm being screwed over because I don't watch that crap. Especially Eva Marie, who is crap. Right, what am I looking for? Right. Give me 2 seconds, guys. There's something that I need to make sure you guys hear specifically. Alright, I went too far forward, but at least I know it's here. I think it's this bit here. Sami Zayn was more popular when he was doing the conspiracy theory stuff, in my opinion. This might be it. Ugh, come on, give me what I need. Then it just shows WWE are insane. This is it. Listen to this, folks. This is very important. This is it, I'm sure. Even Sami Zayn was put me to sleep at this point last night. Here we go. Listen to this. Just have a spear. It won't make any difference. It won't make this situation any better. But just keep spearing him. Actually, hold on. Actually, I just realised that's a good thing.
No. We need Braun Breaker to come out and just say, I can't be arsed, and just leave. Is that someone dressed as, oh Jesus Christ, which Sunday dressed as Hollywood?
But yes, last night, honestly, last night was a problem. See you later, Abul. Have a good one, mate, and I'll see you on the next one. And you are correct, it was. So, last night we went from wanting a spear fest, which is what we got, to Braun Breaker should leave straight away. He went from opening shows to main event shows, so it's quite a strange dilemma. But you are right. They are trying to get as much out of him as they possibly can. Trust me. But Braun Breaker last night should have just exited stage left and not destroyed Sami Zayn. Because now Sami Zayn has been destroyed that much that now he is in the perfect position to be pushed into that spot where he is now going to win the Royal Rumble. And he's going to win the world title at Mania next year. We're doomed. We don't deserve it. Like, we don't deserve that level of torture, but we're going to get it. So that sucks. Out comes the talking squirrel veteran Becky Lynch. She's here to talk about her triple threat match and why nobody deserves it, because she's already beaten them both. Out comes Bayley, who, quite frankly, had a horrible promo. And then Lyra Valkyria just came out, did some bird shit, and then proceeded to raise Becky's arm again as a joke. The most ironic moment of this entire segment was 3 people in the front row that turned round and started talking to each other and ignored this entire promo. That says it all, don't you think? Three guys literally went, nah, these 3 are absolutely boring. Let's just talk wrestling instead. And they did for about 10 minutes. It was so fucking hilarious. I didn't like this, but I already told you what's going to happen. Lyra Valkyria is being positioned like Becky Lynch was in 2018 before she became the Man, or the Rock Hulk Hogan. The Rock Ric Flair B-Tech carbon copy with less talent. Becky will go into the Carmella role as the defending champion, and Bayley in the Charlotte Flair role. Now, I'm expecting Charlotte Flair's equivalent, Bayley, to win this match and the championship. Lyra Valkyria will turn on her, and then for SummerSlam, we will get the rematch. Disappointing. Catherine then proceeded to make my life an absolute misery next by chanting yeet in the chat, but out comes Jey Uso. Jey Uso is in action against the 700-pound Bronson Reed because he looks like he weighs 700 pounds, not 330. Simply put, Bronson Reed said in his promo he's got more interest in just destroying Jey Uso than anything else, and he proceeds to get disqualified and just, well, hurts the man. Tsunami after tsunami after tsunami. I'm surprised that the water levels didn't rise. But that's where we're at. That is where we're at. Michael Cole, again, the proverbial terrible commentator, said a very hilarious line, which is he's not funny. The line is funny. Bronson Reed has never been in a match with Jey Uso that he has won. That streak continues. We got a hype video for the Women's World Title match at Evolution. Thank you very much. Which is going to be the main event of the show. El Grande de Deutschland versus Dragon Lee. Please tell me you're joking. This match was awful. I'm sorry, but this match is a waste of time. And I'm actually not impressed by it. So I'm just going to say dreadful from both people. Dragon Lee, you have been so damn wasted. I feel so sorry for you. And Ludwig Kaiser, the fact that you've been turned into a masked jobber, it's not even, it's pathetic. Gunther comes out and he is bitched by Goldberg, who appears in a Camaro SS. Fucking love that Camaro. But again, nothing special. Gunther has been turned into a bitch. Gunther went from somebody you thought you could fear, if you base on a legitimate sense of it. He's now been turned into a a scared little bitch. I cannot take Gunther seriously ever again. Like, this is embarrassing. He is going to lose that title this weekend. It's over. Like, it's over. And then, of course, your main event, Seth Rollins versus Pentagon Jr., a match that Pentagon Jr., he actually dominates. Like, Pentagon Jr. actually dominates the match. And he gets beat by one curb stomp. Now, we do get the Destroyer counter, which was quite the surprise, the way they've done it. Because obviously that's something that people blame other companies for. But, again, this is just being a waste of possibilities and what you can do. This did nothing for Penta. That's another big defeat for Penta. Seth Rollins wins it when, frankly, Seth Rollins doesn't even want to be there. What is this supposed to achieve? I'm sorry, but I see no substantial, tangible evidence that this match benefited either men. And even more, we get Paul Heyman on his stupid phone going, "Bring me the two men." Out comes Braun, as fucking CM Punk calls him, the absolute pleb. They appear, go a little bit chaotic. LA Knight uses that as a distraction. He hits the blunt force trauma on Seth Rollins, and then disappears. That confirms already for Evolution. We know who's got, not Evolution, Saturday's main event. We know who's winning that match now. But I'm starting to wonder what the fuck WWE are actually trying to achieve. A buckle bomb into a destroyer. If that was AEW, let's be real, I love this sort of shit from anywhere, but if that was AEW, 100% WWE fans would be going, "That doesn't make any sense, that's not wrestling." But then when fucking Rollins and Penta does this, oh, that was amazing. Double standards, FC. Like, if you don't like it, don't praise it. Absolute chaos. And Triple H, either you step the fuck up, mate, and you try and do proper creative, or you hand the role to someone else who actually gives a fuck. Because it's clear and obvious, you jabroni, that no one does. Can we please get some good back to Monday Night Raw? Can we please get some good back to WWE? By any means necessary, can we get some good back? Otherwise, they're going to lose more and more people. It's supposed to, unlike Penta, who just goes into a Canadian destroyer. It just doesn't make any sense. So this is a show that had mourning, like people mourning shit. Dominic Mysterio being worse than ever. Ludwig Kaiser proving that he is now officially ruined. Penta losing another big match. Factions being wasted. Creative all over the shop. To quote Paul Bearer, welcome to your worst nightmare. Because we're living in it. And I don't know where you go from here, but it's not up, it's down, because it's not going to get any better unless they take it seriously. And that is true. Right. I'm just not a fan of it, eh? I think it just doesn't make any sense to me. I've never thought it was worth watching. Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. End of the show, Q&A, and then we're going to wrap up there. They all just look equally horrible to me. Nobody on SmackDown is attractive anymore. Chelsea Green. I'd say Chelsea Green, to be honest. That's the one they heavily force themselves on. But for me, the best one they have is Chelsea Green. They just don't take her seriously. But that's the reality that we're stuck with. Hikaleo reminds you of Shanky. Oh God. That's a mad reminder of a horrible name. If there isn't any questions, so guys, don't worry, we can leave it for the night. Actually, you know what? Let's do the right thing. Let's leave it. But in the meantime, I will be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. Again, You guys, I'm just the vessel that keeps the channel going. Oh, who should win at Evolution? Win what? What in particular? Like predictions? Like we're gonna do all that on Friday. But is there one in particular that you want me to answer? Oh, I want Trish to win, but it's going to be that bitch Tiffy. They'll have Trish Stratus is going to put her over like crazy. In the worst way. In the worst way. But we'll definitely talk about it on Friday. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. I'm going to get out here, but I'll see you all tomorrow. Look after yourselves, stay safe. And as always, thank you for watching the Weekly Steelchair. Good night, folks.